Okay, this is a quick video from section 6.4. Today we're going to learn how to estimate the product of two mixed fractions. How do we do that? So we have two examples here of how to of the product of two mixed fractions. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take both of these fractions and you're going to think of them kind of as decimals, and you're going to round to the nearest whole number. So if I think about 1 and 1/10, is 1 and 1/10 closer to 1 or closer to 2? It's in between 1 and 2. It's closer to 1. So we're going to round this, and we're going to use this approximately equal to symbol, an equal sign with a dot above it. Or if you wanted to, you could use a wavy line like this. I'm never quite sure what the difference is between the two, so I use them interchangeably. I'm sure if somebody's watching this and they do know, they can come see me afterwards as to why or what the difference is between those two symbols. But I treat them as both approximately equal to. So 1 and 1/10 times 3.5. 1 and 1/10 is going to become closest to the whole number 1. And 3.5, since it's right between 3 and 4, we usually round up, don't we? So our estimation for 3.5 is going to be 4. And therefore, the product is going to be approximately 4. Okay, so our estimation using nearest whole numbers is going to be 1 times 4, which is approximately 4. Now, it also says how to calculate it. So how did we say the easiest way to calculate the product of two mixed fractions is? Change them both into improper fractions. So if we think about 1, 1 is really made up of 10/10, right? So 1 and 1/10 is really 10/10 plus 1 and 1/10, or as an improper fraction, 11/10. How many halves doth 3 pizzas make? How many halves can you get out of 3 pizzas? Out of 3? 6 pizzas. So 3 is really 6 halves plus an additional half. So as an improper fraction, 3.5 is really 7 halves. So, oh, sorry, I have plus between there, don't I? I should have multiplication because we're multiplying. So all we've done is we changed both of those fractions to improper. We're going to multiply the numerator. So did I make a mistake somewhere? 1 and 1/10, 3 halves. No, that's right. So 77/20. 77 will be my numerator, and 20 will be my denominator, or 3 and 17/20 is the calculation. So when we see here, our estimation was 4, and our calculation was 3 and 17/20. Was that a good estimation? Yeah, it's pretty close, right? So that's how you would estimate the first one. In the second one, we have 1 1/4. So B is 1 1/4 times 2 2/3. I think it's that anyway. 3 2/3. Sorry, 3 2/3. 3 2/3. So what is our estimation going to be? It's approximately equal to, or equal sign with a dot. 1 and 1/4 will become which whole number? 1 or 2? 1, because it's closest to 1. Multiplied by 3 2/3 is going to be approximately 4. So therefore, your approximate answer will be 4 again. Okay. What's 1 and 1/4 as a mixed fraction? Now, there's another way to do it besides asking you this question. And what you learned in grade 7 was if you multiply your denominator by a whole number, so you're going to multiply there, so 4 times 1 is 4, and then you're going to add the numerator of 5, and that 5 is going to be your new numerator. That's 5 quarters. That's how many quarters you have. So if you want to determine how many quarters you have, you can multiply your denominator by your whole number. So 3 times 3 is 9. That means there's 9/3 in 3. Plus an additional 2 is 11/3. So 1 and 1/4 times 2 and 2/3 as mixed fractions is the same thing as 5 quarters multiplied by 11/3 because it's the same number. Once you have it written down like that, you're going to multiply your numerators and multiply your denominators to get 55/12. How many 12s in 55? There's 12, 24, 36, 48. I can't go any further than that, so I got 4. That's 48/12, right? That 4 is 48/12. How many 12ths do I have left over if I have 7 more? So my final answer is 4 7/12, which is pretty close to my estimation, which was 4. That's how you estimate and calculate the product of two mixed fractions.